"You're not answering your phone again," I said, voice trembling just enough for her to notice. The kitchen smelled like burnt toast and cold perfume, that same floral scent she wore when we first met. Only now it felt suffocating. Her phone lay face down on the counter, screen lighting up every few seconds, humming like it held something alive, something hiding. "Relax, Liam," she said without looking at me, stirring her coffee. "It's just work." Work. That word had turned into a trigger. The silence between us thickened, sticky and electric. I could hear the ticking clock behind her, each second thudding in my chest. "I texted you last night," I continued quietly. "You said you were at a team dinner. Called. You didn't answer. But your coworker posted a story. You weren't there." That made her pause. Just slightly. Flicker. Barely enough to call a tell, but I saw it. She turned, leaning against the counter, arms crossed. "You're checking up on me now. Is this what we've come to?" I swallowed. "No. I'm just." "Just what?" she snapped. "You think I'm lying. You think I'm cheating." The word hung between us like poison gas. Cheating. I didn't even say it, she did. And that was the first real crack. Her name was Maya. We'd been together for 2 years, living together for 1. My family wasn't thrilled about her, said she had a sharpness, like she was always 2 steps ahead of everyone in the room. When she met them for dinner 3 months ago, she left early, muttering something about how fake niceties made her sick. That night she said it. "If your family doesn't like me, that's their problem." I laughed it off then. But something in her tone, the certainty, the defiance, felt colder than I wanted to admit. It started small after that. Missed calls. Late nights. Excuses that sounded rehearsed. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. She'd been my anchor during the worst part of my life. When I lost my job, when my dad got sick. She was there, holding my hand, whispering that we were unstoppable. But lately I could feel her slipping away, like trying to hold on to smoke. One night while she was working late, I opened her laptop. I'd never done that before. My chest felt tight, palms clammy. I told myself it was just to check her calendar, to prove my paranoia wrong. The screen flickered on. No password. Her inbox loaded slowly, painfully. I scrolled. Mostly work. Mostly harmless. Until I saw a thread labeled, "Weekend Plans Blackheart." It was from Evan, her team lead. "Maya, I can't stop thinking about you since the conference. The way you looked at me at dinner." I stopped reading. My stomach dropped so hard I thought I might throw up. The timestamps were recent. She'd been with me those nights. At least she said she was. The world blurred. I closed the laptop, heart hammering so loud it drowned out everything else. When she came home later, her lipstick was smudged. She smiled like nothing was wrong. "You're still up?" I forced a smile. "Yeah." "Couldn't sleep." She leaned in to kiss me. Froze. The smell of her perfume, that same cloying sweetness, turned my stomach. She noticed. "What's wrong?" "Nothing," I lied. And for a moment I almost convinced myself. Over the next few days, I watched her carefully. How she smiled at her phone. How she laughed too loudly at texts she wouldn't show me. Then on Saturday she said she had to go check on a client. At 9 p.m. He nodded. "Want me to drive you?" She hesitated. "No, it's fine. You should rest." That hesitation was enough. Followed her. Not far, just a few blocks away. Her car stopped outside a small, dimly lit wine bar. I parked across the street, my pulse thudding in my throat. I saw her get out. And then I saw him, tall, clean-cut, wearing a suit jacket. Evan. They hugged. Not the casual kind. The kind that said everything. She buried her face in his shoulder like she used to in mine. My chest tightened, breath catching in shallow gasps. I couldn't move. Couldn't think. Just watched as they went inside, fingers brushing, eyes locked. The world outside my windshield blurred. I drove home. Sat in the dark. She came back after midnight. Her hair was messy, lipstick faintly smeared. She smelled like wine and someone else's cologne. I didn't confront her. Not that night. I just lay next to her, staring at the ceiling while she slept soundly, like her conscience was clear. That was the real betrayal, not the act itself, but the calmness afterward. The next morning she made pancakes. "Want strawberries or syrup?" she asked. My voice cracked. "Neither." She looked up, frowning. "What's wrong with you lately?" I laughed, a low, bitter sound. "You really want to know?" "Yeah," she said cautiously. I met her eyes. "I know about you and Evan." Her hand froze midair, spatula trembling slightly. "What are you talking about?" "Don't lie, Maya." "Saw you Saturday night." She stared at me for a long time, her expression unreadable. Then she sighed. Not guilty, not ashamed. Just tired. "I didn't mean for you to find out this way," she said softly. The world tilted. "So it's true." "Yes," she whispered. "But it's not what you think." I laughed bitterly. "It never is. I didn't plan it. It just happened. Like tripping and falling into someone's arms." She winced. "Liam, I still love you." "No," I said quietly. "You love the way I love you." We sat in silence for a long time. Then she said, "I was going to tell you. I just needed time." "To do what?" I asked. "Figure out which one of us you wanted more." She didn't answer. I stood up, my hands trembling. "You know when you said, if your family doesn't like me, that's their problem. I thought you were strong, confident. Now I see you just don't care who you hurt." She flinched. "I cared about you," she whispered. "But I need to be happy too." I nodded slowly. "Then I hope he makes you happy." 2 weeks later I got a text from Evan. "You don't know the full story. She's been seeing both of us. I thought she left you already." For a moment I couldn't breathe. The betrayal folded in on itself, layers upon layers. Maya hadn't chosen either of us. She'd chosen herself, her control, her thrill, her secret power over two men who thought they were the only one. I didn't reply. Just deleted the message and sat in the quiet, the sound of my heartbeat the only thing reminding me I was still alive. That night, I packed her things in silence. Her perfume lingered in the air, sweet, familiar, and poisonous. When she came home, her key didn't fit anymore. Through the door I heard her voice. Desperate. "Liam, please. Don't do this." Closed my eyes. "If your family doesn't like me, that's their problem," she'd said. Now, her problem was that I finally listened. And for the first time in months, the silence felt like peace.